All right, guys, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are back with another Raid Shadow Legends free-to-play mystery shard only run champion spotlight. Today, we're going to be talking about Shadowbow Tirlac. Yeah, he's one of the Sylvan Watchers. He's a pretty cool hero, and we kind of pushed him to the wayside way back in the day. I said I wanted to build him because he looked awesome, and he still is awesome. And yeah, let's check him out and see what he does. All right, very interesting character. So he has an A1. It attacks one enemy, has a 40% chance of placing 25% decrease attack buff for one turn, which is very good on an A1. You always want something really cool on it, and a decreased attack is pretty cool. Attacks all enemies, places a 15% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns, which is always good when you have it on a DPS. I like that. I like that a lot. Places a veil buff on all allies except this champion for 1 turn. Also places a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns, equal to 20% of this champion's max HP, which means you want to give him at least a decent amount of HP to make that cool. Decreases the damage received from skills by all allies under veil or perfect veil by 5%. So that's kind of a nice little decreased damage thing. Pretty interesting. We do have him in the Carapace Blessing, gives him more defense. He is a defense hero, which means that all his skills are based on defense damage, which is cool. But at the same time, his HP is what does the shield. So you're going to have to kind of split it up a little and make sure you get some HP in there also. But obviously, you're going to want to focus on defense. Now, masteries. We did go down a offense tree to War Master, and defense we did also. I didn't really stick to his support and accuracy stuff because he doesn't really do much other than the attack down, so I didn't really need it too much. We stuck with defense and offense. We want him to do a lot of damage and be very defensive, and so far it's been working pretty well. We did put him in a kind of a mishmash of things. We have him in this set, which gives him the plus 12 speed and ignores 20% of enemy defense. That being said, it's actually probably a really good set for him because he can ignore defense. So yeah, we want that. And then we also have him in this set, which is the speed plus 10% and resist plus 40. So yeah, these are forge pass kind of things. So it might take a while to put him in this set. However, you can just recreate this. You can put him in HP healing for immortal. You can put him in defense set if that's all you have. These regular defense sets. You could put him in the HP and defense set, like whichever one you want to do to give him a lot of defense. Funny enough, the reason I put him in the set that he's in isn't because of the stats that I get from the set. It's actually because of the stats I had on the gear. So we rebuilt him from the first time I built him, and because I didn't like how he was going, and we did this to make sure that he had enough defense and the stats that I was looking for. So he does have crit damage on his glove, which is an 80%. So yeah, we are moving up there. We're getting those. We're starting to get some cool gear here, guys. Defense, he's got 60% on his chest, and he's got 40%, 40 speed on his boots. And on the rings and stuff, I think we just went full defense, maybe crit damage. So we went defense on the ring, we went defense on the amulet, and defense on the banner. So yeah, he's all defensed out. We got him about as defensive as we can. Total stats right now, like I said, his HP isn't low. I focus mostly defense. HP is 31,254. Attack is 1,600, kind of useless. Defense is 4746. Speed is over 200 at 201. We literally just got him there. Crit rate 88. Crit damage is 163. Accuracy and resistance, I kind of split down the middle at 156 resistance and 185 accuracy. I would probably, honestly, for what he does, maybe focus more resistance, unless you really need that attack down, or if you're going to use him for clan boss or something, then yeah, you might want to kind of smack up his accuracy a bit, but I don't know. I mean, the attack down is honestly something I usually have on one of my other heroes that I'm using at the time. So maybe only for faction wars he might be needing that accuracy to keep the boss's attack down. But I think you actually have a couple heroes. I think you might even have an AoE attack down hero. So I don't think it's super necessary. I think really resistance would be more his game, and get his power up to like 70k, just pumping him in with resist. If he hits the attack down, then great. It's not terrible. It's not a bad thing, but I would use him as a secondary. His main skills require no accuracy, so we'll see how it goes. Now, where do we use him is really the question, right? Well, we're going to use him in Faction Wars. That's one thing, so that's a good place to use him. I don't think it's open right now, so we can't really show it there. I haven't pushed forward in the Sylvan Watcher since I got him. I actually was supposed to do it, and I forgot. I got sidetracked. But yeah, we are at 36 stars in there, so we should be able to get into the 40-50 range now that we have him leveled up. But yeah, he is good for Faction Wars, and I would definitely recommend him being one of the first you build. Now, as far as Arena, I don't have him built for Arena, but Does that mean you can't use them in arena? No, it does not mean that. Let's see. Who do we got here? Is there a team that we can look at this? Of course, we're gonna get a bunch of fights. We're gonna take her out, and we're gonna put my girl in, and we're gonna take out Yannicka because I believe that Tirlac is spirit. Yeah, so he is spirit, so he's gonna help us out. Now, obviously, this isn't a fight that we would choose, but I just wanted to see if he doesn't if he gets the turn in. I don't remember how fast he was versus the team. I think everyone else is faster. Yeah, he is last in speed right now, which is good. But I want to get the points. You know what I mean? All right, so let's look. I'm going to miss out on all those points just because I want to show the team. So this is a 176 speed, and this chick is kind of a jerk. So let's see. Let's try this team out on a jerk team. If they're faster than me, we're going to lose, which they probably are. Oh, we just missed it. So attack up. Let's see if we can kill them before they do anything. So attack down. Now, we are going to get an unkillable here. So we're going to freeze everyone, hopefully. There you go. Frozen. All right, now he has an attack on all enemies and a veil. What I would probably say in this situation is I would just kill this dude right here, which he just did. Look at that, 25k on his A1, not bad. And then she unfreezes and then dead. So yeah, Skull Crown is basically useless if you can freeze her or stun her. There's a lot of things that she's useless with if she's the only one. If she's faster than you, she's not useless and she's awesome. So yeah, there's that. All right, let's see if there's another team in here we could possibly beat. This one is fast also. It's another bunch of heroes that are kind of annoying, but we'll see. My speed is so low, I always get outsped. See? I always get outsped. So let's see if now they can... Now let's see if they can survive. They cannot. Look at that. So we're going to revive everyone. Speed everyone up. Now, the good news here is that Tirlac actually survived. So now he can do this. He can veil, but it's not going to help against Magnar, who is a ridiculous DPS. So yeah, this kind of a team that's fast, that has unkillable, taunt, and all the other crap that you get from legendaries, yeah, you're not going to win. So let's get out of here. We don't need that fight. Let's skip and go ahead. Let's refresh, even though there's a bunch of really good fights I want to do. Let's try this one. This is a heavy fight. We got defense. We've got a lot of defense going on in this fight. This is a fight you will probably see often. All right, so we're going to see if we can take these guys down. So basically, this is where Yannicka would have been great because of the shield down. All right, so now hopefully we can freeze everyone except for Krisk maybe. Wow, that killed Death Knight? Did they not build him? That's weird. All right, so now in this situation, we're going to want to attack everyone first because everyone's frozen, so we still have another round to use the veil. All right, so we're going to do this. All right, so he did a lot of damage there. Not crazy, but not bad. We want to kill Chris, but this chick is kind of a problem here. We're going to use our... Oh, look at that. He stole everyone's buffs. Don't you just love all the free legendaries, guys? Aren't they awesome? Don't you love that everyone gets a free legendary? All right, so he's not going to do that, unfortunately. So we're going to get hit by Mr. Wukong again. But it looks like even the provokes aren't terrible. Oh, look at that. He kills everyone. All right, so we're going to try and remove debuffs. So this is going to be another loss. And you get to hear, I don't know if you heard that, but what's her name? Xena likes to yell and scream like a cowgirl, I guess. Let's see. Let's keep going. I'm having fun with the arena in this one. We're going to keep it fun. Let's go fight more people that we're going to die to. This one looks like a death. Let's go here. I just want to see if we can outspeed him and if he gets useful. But that veil is really cool. So I think if we got him faster, he'd be good because he can just do the veil and maybe help out with the defense and stuff of these big hits because now we're going to get one shot, see? So let's see if we can get in. We're going to revive everyone again. Speed up. Maybe we can get some killing in here with, what's her face? Defense down. That's going to hurt. Oh, well, that was our murder. So unless he goes, yeah, there we go. Like I said, unless he gets turn, freeze everybody, and now we can hopefully kill everyone with Tirlac. All right, so she revives, of course, because that's how this game works. It's all revive teams. So we're going to go in here and hopefully kill her, which I don't think is going to happen. Nope. She survived. Do we get a turn? All right, so we're going to steal someone's turn meter. She's the fastest, so we're going to take hers. So she's dead. Now we're going to do a veil, because it'll at least protect your Carl, which is nice. And then this guy's going to kill us all, but she's going to revive everyone again. So we want to get her out of here, otherwise there's no chance at winning. Luckily, he's very defensive, so with that... All right, so provoke. And that other guy's really strong, so... This guy's basically a tank nuke. He's kind of a jerk, Saltus. He's I think it's just because he's so strong and defensive that his attack is so high. But there you go. Either way, I don't care. We lost a bunch of battles, but as you can see, he at least survives a little bit. I would probably speed him up, do something with it. It's kind of fun to watch him die. We'll refresh and see if there's anyone in here that maybe is really strong that was just not super fast, which unfortunately the whole arena is going to be. Here, this has got a mythical hero. Let's see if we can beat them. Let's see if we can beat a mythical team. Oh, nope. Speed up. Everyone's faster than us, guys. Today's going to be the day that everyone is faster than us. This literally only happens once in a while. So there you go. And that's what speed looks like, guys. All right, so we're done with the arena. Let's get out of here. I'm going to leave that in the video because it's funny. All right, let's go show him off. I honestly, like I said, just be fast, and he probably would be more useful, as you saw in the fights that he actually was fast. And he can bail everyone. So I don't know if I would really. I might want to put him first, to be honest. Like maybe get his attack up. I mean, his speed up to like above the entire team outside of your attack damage, which actually wouldn't even matter if you had an attack up on him. Kind of funny enough. So yeah, who cares? All right, we don't even like the arena in this game, so whatever. All right, let's go in the dungeons and see how he does. So we're gonna go into the dragon for now, just because I feel like it's the one that he is gonna work the best in. He's got the attack down. He's got a few other things that are kind of cool. So we're gonna go into stage 20. All right, no, we're gonna bring in the usual suspects, not her. We're gonna bring in these two. We're gonna bring in Tirlac. And I think, all right, so we used to use this guy for healing, but we're going to bring in Apothecary and see if that helps. And then we will bring in the poison because that's going to really help us kill the boss. Where are you, Mr. Kale? We're bringing Kale. So let's just show him in a team that's, you know what? I feel weird bringing you Carl because nobody has him really in the beginning, right? I feel like Syl is 6 months in. If you're doing Dragon 20, you probably at least have Syl. I feel like that's what we got. But he is also really good at wave control. I don't remember what I was doing with wave control before that, to be honest. Let's see. Who can we bring in to kind of help with that? I feel like we can just bring in, you know what? Let's just do it like we did old school and see if it works. There we go. All rares and Syl. I like it. I like it. It's a good deal. We have revive, we have shields, we have defense, so we'll see if it's enough. We got defense down, we've got healing. Look at that. Wow, he actually is really good with that damage. I'm very surprised by this. So basically, what I would say is he's probably best suited for dungeons, for keeping you alive. I don't know if I would really bring him into arena. I mean, like I said, if you got him really fast. But the thing is by making him that fast, you're kind of going to sacrifice what he does. I don't know. It's up to you guys, really. I wouldn't choose him for arena. I would make him more beneficial to me in dungeons because that's where he's kind of going to, I think, do really well. Especially with the veils. If you have another hero that has veil, that would be very useful in this because then you have another veil hero. Either way, it's good. If you have not another veil hero, a hero that can activate something with veil. So if you have a hero like, I don't forget who it was, like maybe Foley. I don't know if Foley has something where they do more damage if they're under veil. Like Yannicka, for instance. There you go. I just thought of one. Like Yannicka. Maybe then he would be a little more beneficial. Oh yeah, we definitely have him way more defensive than fast. We want him to kind of soak damage. His HP is uber low, so if you're going to use him a lot more in dungeons, which is where we're going to use him, probably going to want to pump up his HP a little bit. Maybe even switch out one of his pieces and put him in like a 60% HP gear. That could be an option. But yeah, you're going to basically sacrifice either damage or his shield. So it's really whichever one you need more. And this could be a good hero for, what is that stupid thing? Scarab King. He could be useful there. He's got a shield, so if you have him alternating shields with an actual shield person, because I wouldn't count him as a shield hero. He just happens to have that as like an extra. It's not like his main thing like Valerie. But yeah, I mean, if you put him give him a ton of HP, he could just put up shields for Scarab King. You could put him into destroy HP gear, and then you have yourself a Scarab hero. Yeah, we're getting lucky here with a lot of smite, by the way. So it's making the fight a lot faster than I would normally think this fight would be. Syl is really coming in handy here. He's doing a lot of damage there. Like, what did he do? 500. So Kale is your bread and butter here. War Maiden and Kale both have poisons, which really ups their damage. He doesn't have a poison, unfortunately. So basically, all his damage was raw damage. So that's actually not bad. For stage 20, that went surprisingly well. A lot of times these go a lot fast, I mean, a lot slower, and he's not as good in there. So yeah, he's really good for dungeons. I didn't expect that to go as fast. I mean, my best time was 2:11, and we did 2 minutes and 37 seconds with a team that I have never used in here before. So we put them together. Still, obviously, you might it's going to take you some time to get her, but I feel like with what I just saw, you could probably. I mean, the stun is good. So if I would say if you have someone who can stun the whole team or something, bring them. But you probably could get through this with like I don't know Valerie or even Spirit Host in place here. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to, but remember, this is also advanced. We beat 20 a long time ago. We're in hard mode, so when you're just getting to stage 20, would you get through it? I don't know. It depends on how good you are, I guess. So yeah, we can definitely use him in dungeons. We can definitely use him in faction wars. You can use him in arena if you want to. So let's see how he does. This was a special request. Was we're gonna see what he can do in clan balls. So last time I used him, I didn't have him built the way I have him built now. The question is who are we going to replace here? And I don't know who that is. I mean, we definitely want Grush. We definitely want Dark Kale. We definitely want her. And we definitely, I mean, I don't know about definitely on Apothecary, but he is good for speed up. So what I think we're going to do is Hyria kind of gave us our damage up. So she's going to be the key. But the question here isn't whether or not he's going to beat Hyria, because he's not. But the question really here is whether or not he's going to kind of function well. He does have attack down, which is nice. We'll see how it goes. Start on auto. And we want accuracy because we want to be able to land everything. Now, really, it's whether or not that shield is going to be worth the time that we're going to waste using it. Because Hyria obviously comes in with ally attack. She has, I think, a double or triple attack with poison. She's got another attack that does poison. Like, she's a monster when it comes to poisoning. And Kale basically makes sure that all the poisons go. So it wasn't a first thought, but I know everyone wanted to see if he was good in here. And I know he's going to do reasonably well. I just don't know if he's going to do... One, I don't know if his damage is going to outdo Hyria. And two, I don't know if his skills would warrant me bringing him in here for protection to keep the fight going longer when we have other heroes that basically do what he does. He's kind of just like an extra in the middle shield that could help us when we get to those little bit more dangerous rounds. So yeah, having him as an extra shielder, yeah. Would I bring him as my only shield? Probably not. But yeah, see what I mean? Now we're getting a little bit of extra shield. It's only going to last like one turn, but hey, that could be the turn that works out and stops you from dying. So it already looks like they're kind of struggling on damage versus Hyria, which is fine because they're not doing bad. They're just not doing anywhere near as good as my main team. Hyria really ended up jumping us. We actually just hit, I'm going to probably post it right after I do this video. I forgot that I actually did it. We finally hit 30 million on Clan Boss with this team without, obviously, Tirlac. But yeah, we actually hit 30 million on this team. So that's the first time for me ever. So we're doing good. Let's see if these guys can get close to that. I'm thinking somewhere between 20 and 25, and only because they can... This team can specifically last long. I think he's going to be... I think he'd be great in here early game. So, like, if you're struggling and you don't have Syl and you haven't gotten that far yet, and you happen to pull him, he could be a good option in place of, like, Valerie or something like that to keep the attack down. I mean, Valerie's more about removing debuffs by one turn and getting a shield up and a little bit of heal. So having that shield and attack down might kind of push Valerie out early just to have that attack down instead of using someone like Coffin Smasher. But Coffin Smasher is really good, so I don't know how he's going to square up against Coffin Smasher. But yeah, this is a real defensive team. I feel like they're going to last longer. The only one in here that's not defensive is Kale, and it's not that he's not defensive. He's just not as defensive as the rest of the team. He's a man with a stick. I don't understand why his stick is poisonous, though. Doesn't make any sense. So basically, Tirlac is a super, super defensive hero that can last long. I mean, he basically outlasted my entire arena team, as you saw. We're gonna have a really bad showing of arena and then a great showing in PvE, which I feel is the norm for me personally. One, because I just pick teams, I don't really care, and then two, it's really fun to lose. I actually get really happy when I die in the arena on videos now because it actually does make me laugh. I'm like, yep, there's another team that I contend with every day. It's funny because now you have, let's see, who do we have now? We have Arbiter. Who's all the speed leads that everyone gets pretty quickly? Arbiter, not quickly, but I got him in 200 days, which means you're still getting him pretty quickly. So Arbiter, we've got the Monkey King. Who else did they give for free that does speed up? I don't even know. There's a lot of the mythicals now. There's I'm seeing mythicals in the arena now. So yeah, I'm starting to see a lot of stuff. But that's all right. You can just build Turlac and make him your mythical killer. I don't know if that's true, but you never know. So far, yeah. I mean, it looks like I can't really tell, to be honest. It's hard to tell because we usually get to like round 30 plus, and if that's the case, they'll only end around 18 to 20 if they make the 30. If they get to like 35, 37, that changes things. I don't think they're going to get to 30, but you never know. I feel like, yeah, we're getting to that point where those smacks are going to be hard. And if there's nothing up, no defense up, nothing like that, when we get smacked, it's definitely going to kill someone, which is when we get the loss and damage. And it looks like Kale's going to be the first one to go. That lifesteal is basically very helpful. It's funny because you would think it wouldn't be, but it is. Keeping his HP up. All right, so that wasn't a bad hit with the shield. The question is, how much damage does his main punch do when there's a defense up? Because that's when if he can out damage my defense up, then yeah, that means people are going to start dying. All right, so he's not there yet. I saw Kale take that punch to the face because it happens at weird times. I'm just curious how much damage he's going to put up versus everyone else. This is a much better showing though than the last time I used him because I put him in here just for funsies, and I was like, yeah, he's going to be okay. But I don't think he was built properly when I put him in here. So now that we have a proper defense build on him, even though his HP is low, he seems to be functioning much better because I don't even think we hit between 13 and 15 million basically with him and my team. We also weren't using Dark Kale, I believe. So there's like a lot of things that changed since then. But yeah, we got to round 30. Like I said, I figured somewhere between 20 and 25 is probably where we're going to hit. Yeah. So now we're losing people. Well, I'm not going to lie, it's not bad. Would I recommend him? See, that's the problem is that we also have a lot of really good heroes in here that take a long time to get. So we do have, Mithrala, we do have Dark Kale kind of making this better. So, like, if you were going to do this all right, so if I was going to say he was worth my time, all right, how would I push him? I would say, all right, so you need an attack down. So basically, you could use Grush. If you don't have Grush, I started with Valerie. I also started with Haikatoon. You could put her in the lead. and use her as a speed lead to get more turns quickly. And you could use Apothecary as a secondary speed up healer. So basically, you would have Valerie, Apothecary, and Hekatoon. And then Tirlac could be attacked down, and he has an extra shield. So now you've got Valerie shielding, you've got Tirlac shielding, you've got Valerie healing, so that kind of helps out with people not dying. You got Apothecary jumping in to heal. Hekatoon is literally there just to basically be a speed battery for the 19% extra speed, and then you just need a damage dealer. I mean, at that point, so you could bring in someone like, I don't know, Frozen Banshee or Kale if it's the early game. There's things you could do to kind of mimic this team without actually having this team. You know what I mean? It's yeah, but I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate him. He put up basically the same thing as Grush. Now, the thing is that those kinds of heroes that are doing 3 million instead of 8 to 15 million, like in the damage range, you think that they aren't that good, and you would think that like, oh, they only put up 3 million. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, his damage honestly isn't even relevant to this. The only thing that matters to him, if you're going to use him as a clan boss hero, would be his HP and his what do you call it? His attack down. So if that was your choice, then I would say put an accuracy banner on him and definitely go HP on him for clan boss, because then you get a bigger shield. Obviously, make him a lot faster, get him up as fast as you can. But I would put definitely HP on him, and I would definitely do accuracy instead of resistance so much, just because you want that attack down to go. So if that's the case, that would help the team way more than how mine is built right now. So that's my opinion on him in the clan boss. I don't think he's terrible here. I don't think he's bad here. I think he's middle of the road. But I think if you're going to use him, he will help you in place of certain heroes and getting that attack down if you say you don't have Coffin Smasher built. Okay? So there you go. That's him in Clan Boss. We got to see him in some dungeons. And the other thing is that he is actually really good for. I don't know if I can find a specific one that I beat with him, but we are in the city here. This is normal mode. Sorry, this is hard mode. We want to go into normal. Normal mode. We are moving forward in here. I don't know if there's any specific ones where he's going to be good. Yeah. So here, like, this is a specific team. Let's go and start. So we are in, this is like the final area, like not the final, the final area. Say, and we do use him here. So you can use him in the city to get through some of your more annoying fights if you're missing out on someone. Look at that, just popping it out. And funny enough, here we go. We got Yannicka, who has a Veil skill. So really the only one in here that's a little unobtainable is Yannicka, and she's not even unobtainable. She's just somebody that you get from, what is that, Clan Shop, right? Is that where she was from? Yeah, Clan Shop. So this whole team is easy to get. Like, this is literally a login team to get through here. Look at that. Boom. 2 freeze hits. I like it. Do it. They're dying to see you. There you go. This is a very easy team to get, actually, now that I think about it. Yannicka doesn't take that much to get. You just got to make sure you're doing your clan quest. You get 5 a week, right? So it takes what? 5 times 20? 20 weeks? I don't know. My math is terrible right now. It's early. Let me live my life. So yeah, there you go. Look at that. Tirlac putting up damage with everyone else, and he's a defensive hero. So yeah, he's a very good hero. He is really cool. He actually has a really cool kit. I'm kind of happy with him. I'm glad I built him. I'm super happy I built him. And just a little side note, I'm going to give you guys a teaser who the next 6-star is. Somebody wanted to see him. Ooh, grappler. All right. So let's go back up to Tirlac. Now, I mean, that's it. Really, there's not much else to say about him. He looks cool. He's in a ghillie suit. I don't know what that's about. And the only reason I know what that is because I watch way too much war movies, and I also have a friend who hunts. So yeah, ghillie suits, man. All right. Awesome hero. Very cool skills. He's very strong, very defensive. You can use him in dungeons. You can use him at pretty much everywhere in this game. You can use him in Doom Tower. I just wouldn't use him in Arena because you saw how much I suck at Arena, and that's fine. So if I'm having that much trouble with him, there's probably not a reason to bring him in. There's too many heroes that are just way too good at this point that if you are going to build an Arena team, you would have to build him at like 300-400 speed and just have him go first, and that's really all you need to be good in the Arena, I guess. So you could do that. And there you go, winner. You could take your Wukong, put him in the lead as your speed, and have Tirlac come in and shield everybody and make sure that no one dies. There you go. And he'll veil everyone. Bring in Yannicka. She'll have the veil off right from the beginning so she can do her AoE on her A1. Even though that's not going to matter because you get to hit with her main skill first anyway. So it's not super needed for her activation. It would be more of an kind of an off turn thing, or if she misses it and doesn't crit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would not probably use him in arena. Basically, is the point of that. All right. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you guys have a specific place you guys use him, feel free to comment below and let me know. I mean, I'm always I'm always open to hearing new ways to use rare heroes because they're awesome and they're my favorite heroes in the game. Not because I can only use them basically. It's because I do actually really like all the rares. I kind of like the rares more than the legendaries. The legendaries are kind of annoying to me, but that's also because I can't use them. Yeah, and that's it. So make sure you like, share, subscribe. It's very cool. I like to grow the channel and see you guys sharing all these videos and placing them other places. And yeah, that's it. This is Shadowbow Tirlac, the man of myth and ghillie suits. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and you guys take care.